Stop. That heavy breath you just exhaled. The one that felt like a lead weight pressing against your ribs. I heard it. You were just about to look away, just about to close your eyes and succumb to the exhaustion that has been gnawing at your spirit for years. But I have reached through the veil of time to catch your hand before you slip further into the dark. I am the sentry of your bloodline, the ancient guardian who has stood behind your ancestors since the first fire was lit, and I have watched you carry a burden that was never meant for your shoulders alone. Do not look at the clock. Do not check your notifications. For the next few minutes, the universe has paused its rotation just to allow this frequency to reach your ears. If you are hearing this, it is because the book of your tears has finally been closed, and we have moved into the cathedral of the first silence to open the scroll of your sovereignty. I see you. I see how you have played the role of the strong one until your own bones felt like glass. I see the soul debt that has accumulated the kindness you poured into empty vessels that never bothered to pour back into you. You have been the bridge for so many people to cross over their own failures. Yet as soon as they reached the other side, they set the bridge on fire while you were still standing on it. You feel an inexplicable blockage in your path, a stagnation in your bank account, and a heaviness in your chest that sleep cannot cure. This is not bad luck. This is not God's plan for you to suffer. This is the result of a stolen crown. Someone close to you, someone who shared your bread, someone who looked you in the eye while whispering to your shadow, has been living off the light they harvested from your empathy. They are the chameleon of the inner circle, the one who used your grace as a ladder and your mercy as a shield. They watched you struggle and called it character building, while they secretly hoped you would never realize who you truly are. But listen to the sound of the chains falling. Can you hear them? In the vast crystalline halls of the Cathedral of the First Silence, at the very edge of the cosmos where the noise of the world dies away, I am standing before the great scales. For too long, the scales have been tipped against you. For too long, you have sown in gold and reaped in ash. But tonight, the divine law of rebalancing is being enacted. There is an unbreakable golden thread tied to your spirit. It is a cord of light that no human hand can sever and no enemy can see. This thread is currently pulling you toward a forgotten inheritance, a massive reservoir of abundance that has been held in escrow by the heavens until you were ready to reclaim your throne. You have been crying out for a sign, and here it is, the number 888. This is not just a digit, it is the seal of the infinite. When you type 888 inches, the comments below, do not see it as a mere interaction. See it as your thumbprint on a new celestial decree. It is the moment you stop being a victim of your own kindness and start being the sovereign of your own life. By typing it, you are notifying the universe that you are ready to receive the soul reparations that are owed to you. This is the signature on the check that the universe has been trying to deliver while the enemy was blocking your mailbox. Now, listen closely, for here is the mystery I have been sent to reveal. You have prayed for protection from your enemies, but I am going to do something much more powerful than removing them. I am enacting a divine blindness. Starting from this very moment, your success will become invisible to those who wish to drain it. They will look right at your mounting wealth, your glowing health, and your newfound peace, and they will see nothing. They will be unable to touch your energy. They will be unable to formulate a plan against you, because their minds will be clouded with a sudden, unexplainable confusion whenever they think of your name. You will walk through the fire of their jealousy, and not even the smell of smoke will cling to your clothes. And the most exquisite twist of all, your greatest hater, the one who tried the hardest to see you fail, will be the unwitting messenger of your breakthrough. The very person who tried to lock the door against you will be forced by the hand of justice to bring you the key. They will find themselves in a situation where they must utter your name in the right ears. They will be the ones to mention your talent, your worth, or your business to the exact person who has the power to change your life forever. They will do it without knowing why, driven by a restlessness of the soul that can only be stilled once they have served the purpose of your elevation. You have been stagnant because you were trying to fight a spiritual war with physical weapons. You were trying to work harder, save more, and explain yourself to people who were committed to misunderstanding you. Stop. The sentry is here now. The ancient guardian has taken the sword. Your only task is to remain rooted in the knowing that the shift has already happened. Within the next 48 hours, a massive turnaround is coming to your financial house. Bills you thought were insurmountable will find a way to be settled. Opportunities you thought were dead will suddenly knock at your door with a fresh pulse. But more than the money, you will feel the return of your crown. You will walk into a room, and people will feel the weight of your presence before you even speak. You are no longer the strong one who holds everyone else up while drowning in silence. You are the chosen heir who is finally coming into their estate. The 888 frequency is vibrating through your screen right now, recalibrating your DNA, removing the toxins of betrayal, and replacing them with the ironclad resolve of a conqueror. Do not let this moment pass. The window is closing, and the mandate is clear. Type 888 to claim the rebalancing of the scales. Type it to tell the chameleon that their time of feeding on your light is over. Type it to signal to the cathedral that the sovereign has returned to the throne. The pain you felt this morning? It was the last labor pang of your old life. The tears you shed yesterday? They were the final payment on a debt you never should have owed. From this breath forward, you are entering the season of victory after victory. Every negative word spoken against your family is being turned into a blessing. Every delay is being converted into a double portion of speed. I am standing at the gates of your future, and I am swinging them wide open. No weapon, no gossip, no betrayal, and no lack can stop what has been written in the stars for you today. You are safe. You are seen. You are incredibly, undeniably loved. The golden thread is pulling you home. Can you feel the tug? It is time to stop surviving and start reigning. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, and I have given my word. Your comeback will not just surprise your friends. It will leave your enemies in a state of holy awe. Type 888 and prepare for the miracle that arrives before the week is through. Amen. And so it is. Can you feel the shift in the air around you right now? The temperature in the room has changed. The very molecules of the space you inhabit are vibrating with a frequency you haven't felt in years. It is the hum of justice, the low, resonant thrum of the universe, correcting a mistake that should have been rectified decades ago. I am still here, leaning closer to your spirit than before, for we are moving deeper into the sanctuary of your restoration. You have spent so long looking at your reflection and seeing only the scars of the battles you lost, but I am here to hold up the mirror of the divine, so you can finally see the silhouette of the monarch you were always destined to be. That heaviness in your hands, the way your fingers feel slightly numb or restless as you hold this device, that is the golden thread pulsing with life. It is waking up. It is reacting to the fact that you have finally stopped running and started listening to the call of your own bloodline. I want you to look back, just for a moment, not with pain, but with the clinical eyes of a sovereign. Think of that specific person, the one who sat at your table, the one who saw you at your weakest and promised they would never leave. The chameleon. I see the exact moment they began to siphon your light. It wasn't a sudden attack. It was a slow, parasitic drain. They studied your kindness like a map, looking for the shortcuts to your heart so they could use your resources to build a kingdom that was meant to be yours. You felt it, didn't you? That intuitive prickle in your spirit that told you something was wrong, yet you ignored it because your heart was too big to believe someone could be so calculating. You thought that if you just loved them more, if you just gave a little more of your energy, your time, your money, they would eventually become the person you hoped they were. But you cannot fill a bottomless pit with the gold of your soul. You were paid the gold soul debt for crimes you didn't commit, carrying the weight of their failures on your back while they took credit for your endurance. But behold, the cathedral of the first silence is now filled with the sound of a great gavel striking the altar of truth. The book of your tears has been laid open, and every drop of salt you shed in the dark has been counted as a currency of high value. You thought those tears were signs of weakness, but in the realm of the spirit they were deposits into a celestial vault, and tonight, the vault is being emptied in your favor. I am taking that book, with its stained pages and its stories of betrayal, and I am casting it into the fires of the first silence. In its place, I am handing you the scroll of your sovereignty. This is the legal document of the heavens that declares your stolen crown must be returned with interest. Everything that was taken from you, your joy, your financial peace, your reputation, your time is being funneled back through the unbreakable golden thread. This is why the number 888 keeps appearing in the periphery of your life. It is the sign of the triple harvest. It is the geometric symbol of the scales finally finding their equilibrium. When you type 888 now, you are not just participating in a digital ritual. You are asserting your legal right to the reparations of the soul. You are saying to the universe, I recognize my worth. I reclaim my throne. I accept the abundance that was diverted from me. As you type those digits, imagine the golden thread glowing brighter, pulling the scattered pieces of your life back into a perfect, wealthy, and peaceful whole. This is the moment the strong one stops being the sacrificial one and starts being the reigning one. Listen to the secret I have for you, for this is the part the chameleon will never understand. As you move into this new season of breakthrough after breakthrough, a divine blindness is descending upon those who sought your ruin. You have spent years worrying about what they were saying behind your back, worrying about how they might block your next move or how they would react to your success. But God has issued a decree of invisibility. You are walking into a frequency of such high vibration that those who vibrate in the lower realms of jealousy and spite can no longer even perceive you clearly. They will look toward your life and see a blur. They will try to grasp your energy and find their hands slipping through mist. You are being moved into a gated community of the spirit, where the only ones who can see you are those who carry the scent of your future, not the stench of your past. And here is the majestic irony of the divine plan, the twist that will make the angels marvel. Your greatest hater, the one who whispered the loudest against you, is about to become your most effective herald. In the next few days, a situation will arise where they will be forced to speak your name in a room full of opportunity. They will think they are doing something for themselves. They will think they are playing a different game, but the great architect is using their voice to open a door they tried to nail shut. They will mention your name to a king or a queen of industry, to a person of massive influence, or to the very person who holds the key to your financial freedom. They will be the bridge they tried to burn. This is the ultimate rebalancing of the scales. The universe is making your enemies your footstool, not by crushing them, but by making them serve your destiny while they think they are serving their own. Do not be afraid of the suddenness that is coming. Your bank account is about to undergo a radical transformation, yes, but your mind must be ready to receive it. You are no longer the person who has to hustle for crumbs. You are the person for whom the feast has been prepared. This week, as you see the 888 pattern repeat, know that a soul restoration is taking place in your health as well. Those places where you have been hurting, the chronic fatigue, the tension in your neck, the sorrow in your gut, they are being washed clean by the frequency of the ancient guardian. I am breathing the breath of the ancestors into your lungs, giving you the strength to carry the weight of the gold that is coming. You are entering a season where you will no longer have to explain yourself. Your results will do the talking. Your peace will be your testimony. The chameleon will watch from a distance, confused and blinded, wondering how you managed to rise so high after they tried to bury you so deep. They didn't realize you were a seed of the divine lineage, and you were only being planted for a greater harvest. The chains are gone. The cathedral is silent in honor of your arrival. The golden thread is taut, pulling you toward a tomorrow that is so bright it makes your past look like a dream you've already forgotten. Type 888 to seal this decree. Type it to announce to the spirit world that you have officially stepped onto your throne. You are the sovereign of your life, and I, the ancient guardian, stand as the eternal witness to your victory. It is done. It is yours. You are home. Stay with me. Do not pull your gaze away, for we have reached the innermost sanctum of this divine appointment, the place where the echoes of your past are finally silenced by the roaring light of your future. Can you feel that subtle heat radiating from the center of your chest? That is the friction of your old skin falling away. You are in the final stages of a spiritual metamorphosis that has been years in the making. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage, and I am standing here, watching the very fabric of your reality being rewoven by the hands of the infinite. We are no longer in the realm of hoping or wishing. We have stepped into the realm of absolute command. The scroll of your sovereignty is not just a document. It is a living, breathing mandate that has now been activated by your recognition of the number 888. As you breathe in this moment, understand that you are inhaling the very air of the cathedral of the first silence, a place where the noise of the world's judgment cannot penetrate. I want you to take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, I want you to release the last remnants of the strong one persona that has been suffocating you. You have been the pillar for so many people who only knew how to lean, but never how to hold. You have been the secret reservoir that others drank from when they were parched. Yet when you were thirsty, they offered you only the salt of their own grievances. This soul debt is being settled right now. The universe has audited the accounts of your life. It has seen the nights you stayed awake, praying for people who were busy plotting against you. It has seen the money you gave when you barely had enough for yourself, the smiles you forced when your heart was breaking, and the way you protected the reputations of those who were actively tarnishing yours. The great auditor has finished the tally, and the verdict is in. You are owed. And when the universe pays a debt, it does not pay in installments. It pays in an avalanche of restorative abundance. Look toward the horizon of your mind. Do you see the chameleon now? Notice how they look smaller. Notice how their voice, which once felt like a thunderclap of anxiety in your soul, now sounds like nothing more than a fading whisper of dry leaves. The chameleon is starving. They are starving because you have finally withdrawn the grace supply they were addicted to. They thrived because they could mirror your goodness and pass it off as their own. But now that you have reclaimed your crown, their reflection is empty. They are wandering the halls of their own deceit, looking for the light you used to provide, but they cannot find it. Why? Because the divine blindness has been fully enacted. To them, you have become a phantom. You are moving in a frequency that their bitterness cannot calibrate to. They might check your social media. They might ask about you through mutual friends. They might even try to send a message to check in, but they will feel a strange, cold wall between them and your energy. You are no longer their prey. You are no longer their bridge. You are their inaccessible memory. This is the beauty of the unbreakable golden thread. It is not just a cord that pulls you toward your destiny. It has become a protective weave, a garment of light that you are now wearing. In the ancient texts, it was called the robe of favor. When you walk into your workplace tomorrow, when you open your bank app, when you look at your family, you are doing so while draped in this celestial silk. It acts as a prism. To those who love you and wish you well, it radiates warmth and attraction. But to those who carry the parasite of grace, it acts as a mirror that reflects their own darkness at them until they are forced to look away. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to defend your character or explain your side of the story. The golden thread is your defense attorney, your shield, and your navigator all at once. And now, listen for the sound of the great shift in your finances. I know you have seen the numbers in your mind, the zeros that would change everything, the freedom that comes with knowing the bills are not just paid, but that the concept of bills has become irrelevant to your wealth. But listen to me. The miracle I am bringing you is deeper than a lottery win or a random gift. It is the return of the stolen years. The universe is compressing time. What should have taken you 10 years of struggle to achieve is going to arrive in the next 10 months. And the first pulse of this acceleration will hit your bank account within the next 72 hours. It may come as a settlement, an unexpected bonus, a high-value client, or a sudden realization of an asset you didn't know you had. But when it comes, you will know it is from me. You will know it is the reparation for the soul debt that has been held in escrow. Do not question how. Do not limit the infinite with your human logic. The same power that holds the stars in their orbits is currently reorganizing the global economy just to make sure a specific sum of money finds its way to your name. But here is the twist, the divine irony that I promised you. While you are resting in this new abundance, The chameleon, the very one who tried to orchestrate your downfall, is currently being moved by a holy restlessness. In the coming days, they will find themselves in a conversation with someone of immense power. They will be trying to impress this person, trying to climb another ladder, and in their desperation to sound important, your name will fall from their lips. They will try to speak of you as if they made you, or as if they are the reason for your success. But the angel of translation will be standing in that room. The person of power will not hear the chameleon's lies. They will only hear the essence of your greatness. The very words the chameleon meant as a subtle jab will be heard as a glowing recommendation. This person of influence will suddenly become obsessed with finding you, with working with you, with investing in you. Your enemy is being forced to act as your PR agent. They are building your kingdom while trying to save their own skin. This is how the divine rebalances the scales, by making the hands of the wicked build the houses of the righteous. Can you feel the end of the storm? That stillness in your gut? That is the absence of survival mode. For so long, your nervous system has been wired for betrayal. You have been waiting for the other shoe to drop, waiting for the next crisis, waiting for the next person to let you down. But tonight, I am recalibrating your heart. I am removing the thorns of expectation and planting the cedar of certainty. You are safe. You are finally, truly safe. The ancient guardian does not sleep, and I have set a watch over your household. Death will not touch your door. Lack will not enter your kitchen. Disease will not find a home in your blood. You are being triple blessed in your mind, in your spirit, and in your storehouse. As we conclude this chapter of your reclamation, I need you to do something that transcends the physical. I want you to type 888 one last time, but this time, I want you to add 2 words. I accept. By typing 888 IACCEPT, you are finalizing the contract. You are telling the Cathedral of the First Silence that the Sovereign has not only returned but has officially taken the scepter. You are announcing to every spiritual entity, every hater, and every mountain of debt that the contract of struggle has been shredded, and the covenant of glory is now the law of your life. The 888 is vibrating through you now. It is the sound of the golden thread reaching its destination. You are no longer the strong one. You are the blessed one. You are no longer the bridge. You are the destination. The tears have stopped because the joy is too heavy to leave room for them. Go now, walk through your home, and know that every corner is being sanctified. Look at your reflection and wink at the Sovereign staring back at you. The chameleon is in the past, and the future is so bright that even the shadows are made of gold. Within 48 hours, the first ripple of the miracle will arrive. Do not pass it by without saying thank you, Guardian. I am the sentry of your bloodline. I have been here since the beginning, and I will be here when the stars grow cold. But for you, the sun is just beginning to rise. Type 888. I accept and step into the light that was always yours. The throne is warm. The crown is light. The kingdom is ready. Amen and amen. Do not look away now, for the silence you are experiencing in this very moment is not an empty one. It is the heavy golden silence of a courtroom after the final verdict has been read. It is the silence that precedes a coronation. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has walked through the fire of centuries to stand beside you in this digital sanctuary. We have reached the final gate. The scroll of your sovereignty has been unrolled. The book of your tears has been incinerated, and the unbreakable golden thread is now taut, vibrating with the sheer force of the abundance that is rushing toward you. You can feel it in your palms, can't you? That slight tingling, that magnetic pull in the center of your chest. That is your spiritual DNA recognizing its true frequency. You are no longer the victim of the chameleon's deceit. You are the architect of a new empire. I see the last lingering shadow in your mind. It is the guilt of the chosen. You are wondering if it is truly okay to leave them behind, the ones who drained you, the ones who exploited your light, the ones who made you feel like you were too much and not enough at the same time. Listen to my voice as it echoes through the crystalline arches of the Cathedral of the First Silence. Your ascension requires their absence. You cannot carry the luggage of a parasite into the palace of a king, The chameleon was a season. Your sovereignty is an era. I have enacted the divine blindness not out of cruelty, but out of mercy, mercy for you. By making your success invisible to them, I am protecting you from the evil eye of their resentment. They are being left in the desert of their own making, while you are being led to the oases of the infinite. This is the ultimate rebalancing of the scales. You gave them your heart, and they gave you stones. Now, the universe gives you diamonds and gives them back their own stones. Justice is not always a lightning bolt. Sometimes, it is simply a closed door that they can no longer unlock. As you sit here, the soul debt is being paid in full. Think of every time you were the strong one for a family that didn't thank you. Think of every dollar that was borrowed and never returned. Think of the promotions that went to the loud instead of the capable. Every single one of those moments was a deposit into the bank of heaven. And tonight, the interest has reached its peak. The 888 frequency is now a literal magnet in your reality. In the next few hours, as you enter the state of deep sleep, I am going to perform a system override on your subconscious mind. I am removing the poverty loops and the betrayal trauma that the chameleon implanted in you. You will wake up tomorrow morning with a holy audacity. You will look at your life and see opportunities where you once saw walls. You will speak with a resonance that commands respect without you having to raise your voice. The unique twist of the divine plan is already in motion. Right now, as I speak, the person who spoke the most poison about your name is feeling a strange, irresistible urge to mention you to someone important. They think they are being clever. They think they are sharing a warning or a story. But as the words leave their mouth, the sovereign frequency will take over. The person they are talking to, a person of immense influence, a gatekeeper of wealth, a visionary, will hear your name and feel a sudden electric curiosity. They will see your face in their mind's eye. They will feel a spiritual nudge that they cannot ignore. Your greatest hater is currently being used as your marketing department. They are the unwitting messenger delivering your breakthrough to the very person you've been praying to meet. You don't have to network. You don't have to hustle. You only have to be. The golden thread is doing the work that your hands never could. Within the next 48 to 72 hours, a specific notification will appear. It won't be a generic one. It will be a direct answer to a silent prayer you made 3 months ago, a prayer you thought went unheard. It might be a bank alert, a letter, a phone call from an unknown number, or an accidental encounter in a place you rarely visit. When it happens, do not be startled. Do not revert to the survival mode of the old you. Do not ask, why me? Or is this too good to be true? Instead, I want you to stand tall, feel the weight of your invisible crown, and say, I am the sovereign. It is time. This is the sudden breakthrough that the competitors' scripts promised but could never deliver because they didn't understand the soul debt you were carrying. I understand it. I have the receipts, and I am here to settle the score. Look around the room you are in. It may look the same as it did 10 minutes ago, but it is not. The atmosphere is charged. The parasite of grace has been evicted. The chameleon has been blinded. The cathedral of the first silence has expanded its borders to encompass your home. You are now living in a high-frequency zone. From this moment forward, money will come to you not because you worked harder, but because you are a match for it. Love will come to you not because you pleaded for it, but because you are finally loving the sovereign within. Healing will flow through your blood, not because of a miracle from the outside, but because the golden thread has reconnected you to the source of all life. This is the final seal. I am the ancient guardian, and my task is nearly complete. I have watched your lineage struggle for generations. I have seen the cycles of lack and the patterns of betrayal that have haunted your bloodline like ghosts. Tonight I am the exorcist of those patterns. I am the one who says, no further. The stolen crown is back on the head of the rightful heir. You are the one your ancestors were waiting for. You are the one who breaks the chain. You are the 888. You are the infinite. Before I withdraw into the silence, I want you to perform one last act of radical claiming. Type 888, followed by the word sovereign. By typing 888 sovereign, you are not just commenting, You are anchoring this frequency into the physical earth. You are telling the atoms of your bank account, the cells of your body, and the spirits of your enemies that the king, queen has returned. You are signing the Declaration of Independence from your past. As you type it, feel the divine blindness becoming a permanent shield around you. Feel the chameleon's influence dissolving like salt in the ocean. Feel the golden thread pulling you into a room where your name is already being whispered with reverence. The miracle is not coming. The miracle is erupting from within you. Your bank account is about to catch up to your spirit. Your relationships are about to catch up to your worth. Your reality is about to catch up to this truth. Go now. Sleep with the peace of the wealthy. Wake with the fire of the chosen. Walk with the stride of the sovereign. I am always behind you, the sentry who never blinks, the guardian who never fails. The scroll of your sovereignty is now the law of the land. The debt is paid. The crown is fixed. The throne is yours. 888 sovereign. It is done. It is sealed. It is yours forever. Amen. And in the name of the eternal silence, so it shall be. Step into the light. Do not hesitate, for the threshold you are crossing is no longer made of stone or wood, but of pure crystalline intention. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has stood at the crossroads of your history, and I am here to witness the final activation of your destiny. Can you feel the sudden stillness in your room? The way the shadows seem to retreat toward the corners, as if they are bowing to a superior light. That light is coming from you. The unbreakable golden thread is no longer just a cord pulling you forward. It is expanded, weaving itself into a shimmering mantle of authority that now rests upon your shoulders. We are at the apex of the great reclamation. The time of waiting has officially expired. The time of reigning has begun. I want you to place your hand over your heart for a moment. Feel that steady, rhythmic pulse. That is not just a biological function. That is the drumbeat of a conqueror. For years, the chameleon of the inner circle tried to convince you that your pulse was weak, that your heart was too soft, and that your light was a resource for them to exploit. They whispered that you were lucky to have them, while they were secretly gorging themselves on your empathy, your ideas, and your grace. But look at them now through the lens of the cathedral of the first silence. In this sacred space, truth is the only currency. And the truth is this: the chameleon was never your equal. They were a shadow trying to imitate the sun. And as you rise into your 888 frequency, the shadow simply ceases to exist. They haven't just lost access to you. They have lost the ability to even understand the version of you that is emerging right now. This is the divine blindness in its most potent form. You are moving into a stratosphere where their jealousy cannot breathe. As your guardian, I have performed the final audit of your soul debt. I have looked into the ledgers of the universe and seen every instance where you were cheated out of your due. I have seen the promotions that were stolen by the loud and the mediocre. I have seen the inheritance of joy that was blocked by generational curses. I have seen the bank accounts that remained stagnant despite your tireless work. And I am here to tell you that the great rebalancing is not a metaphor. It is a physical, tangible shift that is manifesting in your reality within the next 24 hours. The universe is not just giving you a blessing, it is issuing a reparation. You are being paid back for every hour of sleep you lost, for every tear you shed in silence, and for every act of kindness that went unrewarded. This wealth that is coming to you is heavy wealth. It is the kind of abundance that anchors a lineage for generations. It is the gold of the sovereign. Listen closely to the unique twist that is currently unfolding in the physical world while we speak in the spiritual. There is a herald being prepared for you. This herald is not a friend. This herald is the very person who tried to bury your reputation. Right now, in a room you have not yet entered, a conversation is taking place. The chameleon or one of their allies is speaking your name. They are attempting to use your story to make themselves look important. But as they speak, the sovereign frequency is hijacking their voice. The person they are talking to, a person of immense power, a kingmaker in your industry or your community, will not hear the malice in their tone. Instead, they will hear a calling. They will feel a sudden, inexplicable need to find you. They will see your name as a golden key. Your enemy is literally opening the door for you, thinking they are locking it. This is the divine irony of the ancient guardian. I make the vultures lead the eagles to the feast. You have spent your life being the strong one, the pillar that everyone else leaned on until you started to crack. But tonight, I am releasing you from that contract. You no longer have to be strong in the way the world defines it. You now have the strength of the 888, the strength of the infinite flow. You don't have to carry the world. You only have to allow the world to carry you. The golden thread is now a river, and you are floating on its surface toward a destination of unimaginable ease. In this new season, things will work out for you just because. You will find the perfect parking spot, the perfect business partner, the perfect healing modality, and the perfect financial breakthrough, all without the grueling hustle that nearly broke your spirit. This is the reward for the soul that refused to become bitter despite the betrayal. This is the crown for the one who kept their heart open in a world of closed doors. Do you see the cathedral shifting? The crystalline walls are turning into windows, and through them, I can see your immediate tomorrow. I see you waking up with a sense of knowing that is so profound it brings you to tears of joy. I see you looking at your bank balance and seeing a number that makes your heart skip a beat. Not out of fear, but out of the sheer relief that the struggle is over. I see a chains falling moment in your family. A long-standing conflict is dissolving. A sickness is losing its grip. A legal matter is being settled in your favor with a speed that defies logic. All of this is the 888 effect. It is the sound of the universe saying yes to everything the world said no to. I want you to look at the chameleon one last time in your mind's eye. Do not look at them with anger. Anger is a cord that keeps you tied to their frequency. Look at them with holy indifference. They were a tutor who taught you how to recognize your own light by trying to steal it. Now that the lesson is over, the tutor is dismissed. They are being moved out of your line of sight. Within the next few days, you will notice that people who used to drain you are simply disappearing from your life. They will stop calling. They will stop showing up. They will fade into the background noise of a world you no longer inhabit. This is the divine pruning. I am clearing the garden of your life so that the trees of abundance have room to grow. Now, we come to the moment of the great anchor. I have spoken the decree. I have shown you the scroll of your sovereignty. I have revealed the divine blindness that protects you, but the final signature must come from you. This is the breath of life that turns the spiritual into the physical. I want you to type 888 followed by the phrase, "The crown is mine." When you type 888, "The crown is mine," you are not just typing words on a screen. You are striking the ground with the scepter of your authority. You are announcing to the north, the south, the east, and the west that the reclamation is complete. You are telling the stars that the soul debt has been settled, and you are now the creditor of your own destiny. As you type it, feel the unbreakable golden thread tighten one last time, pulling you across the finish line of your pain and into the starting block of your glory. Listen. The echoing footsteps in the cathedral are yours. The book of your tears is gone, and in its place is a blank book made of gold. You are the author now. What will you write in the first chapter of your sovereignty? Will it be the day I became debt-free? Will it be the day my body healed? Will it be the day I finally felt peace? Whatever you write, the ancient guardian will provide the ink of the infinite. You are safe. You are chosen. You are the 888. The chameleon is a ghost, but you are a Sunday. Within 24 hours, the first miracle will knock. Open the door. Do not be afraid of your own greatness. You were born for this throne. 888, the crown is mine. Type it now. Claim the reparations. Reign in the light. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Amen. And in the silence of the first dawn, it shall be manifested. Stay very still. Do not let your mind wander to the laundry, the bills, or the ghosts of yesterday's arguments. In this precise moment, you are standing at the absolute center of a cosmic intersection. I am the sentry of your lineage. the ancient guardian who has watched you struggle through the thickets of betrayal. And I am here to tell you that the Great Reclamation has reached its final, most explosive phase. We are no longer discussing possibilities. We are documenting a fact of heaven. The cathedral of the first silence has expanded its crystalline walls until they have completely enveloped your current reality. You are no longer living in a world governed by the chameleon's lies or the parasite's greed. You are now living in a world governed by the 888 mandate. Can you feel that strange electric pressure behind your eyes? That is your spiritual vision being recalibrated. You are being given the eyes of a sovereign, and for the first time in your life, you are about to see the true scale of the soul debt that is being repaid to you this very week. For decades, you have been the strong one, the silent foundation upon which others built their happiness. You were the one who held the bridge while the chameleon crossed over into their success, only for them to look back and claim they did it all alone. You were the one who poured your oil into their lamps when they were dark. Yet when your light flickered, they complained about the dimness instead of offering a flame. This soul debt has been recorded in the ledgers of the infinite. Every dollar you gave that was never returned. Every hour of emotional labor you spent fixing people who had no intention of staying. Every silent tear you wiped away so your family wouldn't see you breaking. All of it has been converted into universal equity. And tonight, the great auditor is releasing the funds. The unbreakable golden thread is vibrating so fiercely now that it is shattering the old, rusted chains of generational poverty and stagnation. This is not just a payday. This is a generational reset. I want you to look closely at the chameleon of the inner circle one last time. Notice that they look exhausted. They are exhausted because they can no longer mirror your brilliance. They have spent years feeding on your empathy, using your light to hide their own hollow nature. But as I speak, the divine blindness is becoming total. To them, you have become a blinding sun. They can no longer look at you. They can no longer read you. They are finding that their old tricks, the subtle guilt tripping, the gaslighting, the emotional manipulation, are hitting a transparent, impenetrable wall of light. They are confused. They are frustrated. They are wondering why they can no longer trigger you. It is because you have moved into the frequency of the 888. You are no longer in the same ocean. You are on the throne, and they are still wandering the shore, looking for a bridge that has been permanently dismantled. Listen to the sound of the twist as it unfolds in the boardrooms and high offices of your future. Right now, as you hear my voice, a kingmaker is sitting at a desk, looking for someone exactly like you. They don't know your name yet, but they feel the echo of your sovereignty. And here is the irony. The person who tried to sabotage you, the one who tried to paint you as difficult or unqualified, is about to be the one who delivers your name to this king, maker. They will be in a room, trying to sound important, trying to sound like they are in the know, and they will mention you. They will try to use your name as a prop, but the angel of translation will intervene. The kingmaker will hear the hidden value in your name that the chameleon tried to bury. They will hear the resilience, the integrity, and the untapped power. Before the sun sets on Thursday, this kingmaker will be looking for you. The enemy who tried to lock the door is currently handing the key to the person who can open the gate of your lifetime. This is why the number 888 is haunting your peripheral vision. It is the signature of the great rebalancing. When you type 888 now, I want you to feel the weight of a gold coin in each of your hands. I want you to feel the warmth of the golden thread as it weaves through your bank account, your health, and your relationships. By typing 888, you are not just commenting, you are notarizing your new reality. You are saying to the universe, I accept the reparations. I reclaim the crown. I release the chameleon to their own desert. As you type those 3 digits, imagine a heavy, golden scepter being placed in your right hand. You are no longer asking for permission to be wealthy. You are no longer begging for the crumbs of recognition. You are the sovereign, and you are simply taking what was always yours by divine right. I see the financial ripple moving toward you. It is massive. It is not just a one-time gift. It is a systemic shift. In the next 72 hours, an error will be corrected in your favor. A forgotten asset, a massive bonus, a sudden appreciation of value, or a legal settlement that was supposed to be impossible. It is breaking through the wall of delay. This money is not coming to you because you hustled harder. It is coming because the soul debt has reached its maturity. You have been the strong one for long enough. Now, you get to be the blessed one. The universe is paying you back for every time you were the bigger person. It is paying you back for every time you chose peace over revenge. And what of your health? Can you feel the recalibration in your nervous system? For years, you have lived in high alert, waiting for the next betrayal, waiting for the next crisis. That constant state of survival has created blockages in your body. But tonight, the ancient guardian is performing a divine flush. I am washing away the cortisol of the past decade. I am removing the thorns of stress from your heart. You are going to wake up tomorrow feeling light. Your joints will feel fluid. Your mind will feel sharp. Your gut will feel peaceful. The divine blindness that protects you from your enemies is also a divine filter that prevents their stress from entering your aura. You are being quarantined in peace. Do you hear the music of the cathedral? It is a song of homecoming. You have been a wanderer in your own life, a guest in your own body, always trying to please others to ensure your safety. But tonight, you have come home to yourself. The unbreakable golden thread has pulled you back to the center of your power. The chameleon is in the distance, a fading shadow of a person you used to know. They have no more power over your bloodline. They have no more power over your finances. They have no more power over your joy. I, the sentry of your lineage, have personally escorted them to the exit of your life. I have barred the door behind them with the seal of the 888. Now, we must perform the ceremony of the final seal. This is the moment where the spiritual becomes the material. I want you to type 888 followed by the most powerful words a soul can utter. I am home. When you type 888, I am home, you are telling the universe that the search is over. You are telling the bank of heaven that the heir has returned to claim the estate. You are telling the spirits of lack and betrayal that their lease on your life has been terminated. You are stepping into the palace of your future, and the floors are made of the gold of your endurance. Type it now. 888. I am home. As you type it, feel the divine blindness settle over your enemies like a heavy velvet curtain. They can no longer see your path. They can no longer touch your light. You are moving into a season of uninterrupted grace. You are moving into a season where your only job is to be the receiver. The kingmaker is calling. The herald is speaking your name. The golden thread is pulling the wealth into your hands. The cathedral is silent, waiting for your first command as the sovereign. The night is ending. The dawn of the triple, 8 is breaking. The first miracle is already at your door, disguised as a coincidence. Open the door, smile at the stranger, answer the phone. Your new life is not on its way, it is here. I am the ancient guardian of your lineage. I have seen your beginning, and I have seen your glory. You have reclaimed the crown. You have settled the debt. You are the sovereign. 888. I am home. Type it, and let the world watch in divine blindness as you rise. It is finished. It is done. It is yours. Amen. And in the roar of the silent stars, so it is manifested. Close your eyes for just a heartbeat, and feel the weight of the air in the room shifting one final time. It is no longer the thin, cold air of survival. It is the thick, golden atmosphere of the cathedral of the first silence, and you are no longer a visitor here. You are the occupant. You are the heir. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has stood through the winds of eons just to see this specific moment in your timeline. We have traveled through the depths of betrayal. We have identified the chameleon of the inner circle, and we have witnessed the incineration of the book of your tears. Now, as the great scales of justice find their perfect equilibrium, we stand at the threshold of the immediate manifestation. The unbreakable golden thread is no longer pulling you. It has become a part of your very being, a luminous DNA of abundance that is currently rewriting your destiny from the inside out. Listen to the silence. It is the sound of the universe holding its breath as you step into your new authority. For years, you lived under the crushing weight of a soul debt that was never yours to pay. You were the strong one who held the shield over everyone else, while your own back was exposed to the arrows of the chameleon. You were the one who sacrificed your sleep, your peace, and your resources to fuel the dreams of those who whispered against your shadow. But hear me now. The debt is settled. The great auditor has closed the accounts. Every act of unrequited kindness, every moment of stolen credit, and every dollar that was diverted from your hands has been gathered and compounded with the interest of heaven. The 888 is not just a promise. It is the check of reparations that is clearing in your spiritual bank account at this very second. Can you feel the divine blindness settling over your enemies? Look into the distance of your mind. Can you see the chameleon? Notice how they are beginning to fade into a gray mist. They are trying to reach for your energy, trying to find that old hook they use to pull your strings, but their hands are finding nothing but space. You have moved into a frequency that is literally invisible to their malice. To them, you have become a ghost of the past, but to the world of the High Sovereign, you are a rising sun. They will look toward your life and see only a blur of light that they cannot comprehend. They will hear of your success and find themselves unable to speak against it, as if their very tongues have grown heavy with the weight of their own deceit. You are being quarantined in glory. No gossip can reach you. No sabotage can touch you. No weapon formed against your stolen crown shall even find its target. But here is the master twist. The divine irony that is currently playing out in the high places of your future. As you sit here in peace, the person who sought your ruin is being moved like a pawn on a chessboard they do not understand. They are being compelled by a divine restlessness to speak your name in the presence of a kingmaker. They think they are being clever. They think they are managing your reputation. But the ancient guardian has hijacked the frequency of their voice. When they speak your name, the kingmaker will not hear the chameleon's jealousy. They will hear the resonance of the 888. They will hear the hidden value of your character. They will hear the ancient wisdom that you carry. This kingmaker, this person of massive influence and wealth, will suddenly feel an irresistible pull to seek you out. Your greatest hater is being forced to act as the golden bridge that carries you into your ultimate breakthrough. The universe is making your enemies your footstool by making them your unwitting heralds. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, you will receive a sign that the soul debt has hit your physical reality. It will be a suddenness, a notification that makes your hands shake, a phone call from a past you thought was dead, or a financial deposit that carries the exact digital signature of a miracle. Do not panic when it happens. Do not let the old survival brain tell you that this is a mistake or that you don't deserve it. You have paid for this in tears. You have paid for this in silence. You have paid for this in blood. This is not a gift from the universe. This is a repayment. Stand tall. Look at the unbreakable golden thread glowing on your wrist and say, I am the sovereign. It is time. Your health is being swept clean by the same 888 frequency. The chronic tension in your shoulders, the weight of carrying the chameleon's world is dissolving right now. The empathy burnout that has made your eyes heavy and your spirit tired is being replaced by the vigor of the guardian. You are being infused with the energy of your ancestors who reigned in light. Your sleep tonight will be the deepest you have had in 7 years. While you dream, I am performing the final surgery on your subconscious, removing the parasite's code and replacing it with the sovereign's mandate. You will wake up tomorrow with a clarity that feels like ice-cold water, sharp, refreshing, and life-giving. The cathedral of the first silence is now beginning to dissolve into the reality of your daily life. The crystalline arches are becoming the walls of your home. The echoing footsteps are becoming the rhythm of your new walk. You are no longer the victim. You are no longer the bridge. You are the destination. The stolen crown is no longer stolen. It has been fused to your spirit, and its light is what will guide the king, makers to your door. This is the final seal of the 7th chapter. I am the sentry of your lineage, and my work of restoration is complete. I have returned the scepter to your hand. I have blinded the eyes of your enemies. I have settled the debt of your soul. Now, The final physical anchor must be placed. I need you to type the most powerful affirmation of this entire journey. Type 888 followed by, I reclaim my throne. When you type 888, I reclaim my throne, you are sounding the final trumpet in the spiritual realm. You are telling the chameleon that the feeding time is over. You are telling the universe that you are ready for the massive harvest. You are telling the kingmakers that the heir has arrived. As you type it, feel the golden thread snap into place, locking your physical body into the timeline of your highest destiny. Type it now. 888. I reclaim my throne. Do not wait. The window is wide open. The kingmaker is listening. The reparations are flowing. The divine blindness is your shield, and the ancient guardian is your witness. Your bank account is about to reflect your spirit. Your life is about to reflect your worth. The great reclamation is done. Go now. Walk into your immediate tomorrow with the stride of a monarch. The world will see you, but the enemy will not. The kingmaker will find you, and the chameleon will wonder how you became so untouchable. 888. I reclaim my throne. It is finished. It is sealed. It is yours for all eternity. Amen. And in the brilliance of the new dawn, so it is. Do not move. Do not even blink, for we have reached the absolute summit of this divine transmission. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has watched you walk through the valley of the shadow of betrayal. And I am here to tell you that the great reclamation is no longer a future event. It is a present tense physical reality that is currently crystallizing in the air around you. Can you feel the atmospheric pressure in the room rising? It is not a weight of burden, but a weight of glory. The cathedral of the first silence has fully descended, and its crystalline floor is now beneath your feet. You have crossed the threshold where hoping is burned away by the fire of knowing. You are no longer the person who walked into this video 10 minutes ago. That version of you, the tired one, the exploited one, the one who lived on the crumbs of the chameleon's mercy, has been officially retired. Look at your hands. Even if they are trembling, look at them. They have been the hands of a builder who worked for other kingdoms. They have been the hands that held the unbreakable golden thread, while others tried to snap it with their greed. But tonight, I am performing a sovereign anointing upon them. From this breath forward, whatever you touch will begin to align with the frequency of the 888. This is the final payment of the soul debt. I want you to understand the magnitude of what the universe is doing for you right now. For years, you were the bridge. You allowed people who were broken to walk across your spirit to find their own healing, only for them to forget your name the moment they reached the other side. The chameleon of the inner circle did not just take your time or your money. They tried to take your sense of self. They wanted you to believe that you were only valuable as a utility, as a tool, as a source of light for their own dark rooms. But tonight, the sentry is here to declare, the bridge is closed. The divine blindness is now a permanent seal upon your house. I have placed a veil over the eyes of every person who has ever wished for your light to dim. In the coming days, you will notice something peculiar. You will notice a holy silence from your enemies. They will not speak of you, they will not call you, and they will not even be able to think of you without a strange sense of confusion or boredom. Why? Because I have made you spiritually indigestible to them. They can no longer feed on your energy. They are being forced to look at their own reflections in the mirrors of their own hollow lives, while you are being whisked away into a secret place of abundance. This is your divine witness protection program. You are being hidden in the light, so that you can grow, prosper, and reign without the evil eye of the chameleon interfering with your harvest. But do not think for a second that your enemies are getting away with what they stole. The great scales of the 888 are perfectly balanced. The twist is already echoing in the hallways of the world. Somewhere right now, in an office of strong influence, or perhaps in a quiet conversation between two people who hold the keys to your financial future, the chameleon is talking. They are trying to use your name to bolster their own status. They are trying to tell a story where they were the hero, and you were the supporting character. But listen to the mystery. The angel of translation is standing between their lips and the listener's ears. Every word of spite they intend is being turned into a word of recommendation. Every lie they tell about your difficulty is being heard as integrity. Every attempt to diminish you is being translated by the divine as a seal of quality. The Kingmaker, that person of immense power who has been looking for a sovereign like you, is currently writing your name down on a piece of paper. They are feeling a divine nudge to find you. The very person who tried to bury you is the one who has just revealed your location to the person who will promote you. This is the rebalancing of the scales. Within the next 72 hours, you are going to witness a notification of sovereignty. It will not be subtle. It will be the kind of breakthrough that makes your heart pound against your ribs. A debt you thought would haunt you for years will suddenly be canceled or settled by an unexpected source. A sum of money that has been stuck in the pipes of the world will suddenly burst through and find its way to your account. This is the sole reparation for the times you were cheated. This is the universe paying you back for every time you were the strong one when you really needed to be held. You are no longer the one who has to carry the world. I, the ancient guardian, have taken the world from your shoulders and placed a scepter in your hand. Can you feel the healing moving through your physical vessel? The golden thread is now woven into your nervous system. That empathy burnout, the feeling that you have nothing left to give, is being replaced by an infinite well of sovereign energy. Your cells are being bathed in the frequency of the 888. The inflammation of betrayal is leaving your joints. The fog of survival mode is lifting from your mind. You are going to wake up tomorrow morning with the eyes of a child and the wisdom of an ancient. You will look into the mirror, and you will not see the strong one who survived. You will see the sovereign one who prevailed. This is the 8th chapter, the chapter of the new beginning. In the language of the Spirit, 8 is the number of the circumcision of the heart, the cutting away of the old flesh to reveal the new spirit. Tonight, we are cutting away the chameleon. We are cutting away the soul debt. We are cutting away the fear of lack. The cathedral of the first silence is now dissolving, and its light is becoming the permanent atmosphere of your life. You are not returning to your old world. You are stepping into a new earth that has been prepared specifically for your reign. I am the sentry of your lineage. I have stood by your ancestors through their trials, and I have stood by you through yours. But today, the standing is over. Today, we sit. We sit on the throne that was carved from the wood of your endurance and upholstered with the gold of your grace. The unbreakable golden thread has reached its destination. The divine blindness is your shield. The Kingmaker is on the phone. The reparations are in the mail. Now, we must place the final, eternal seal upon this work. This is the decree of the sovereign. It is the most powerful act you will ever perform in this life. I want you to type 888, followed by 3 words that will change your reality forever. Type 888 is mine. When you type 888 IT is mine, you are not just commenting. You are seizing the assets of the kingdom. You are telling the spirits of lack that their time is up. You are telling the chameleon that they are evicted. You are telling the Kingmaker that you are ready for the meeting. You are telling the ancient guardian that you have accepted the scroll of your sovereignty. Type it now. 880. 8 is mine. As your fingers touch the screen, feel the golden thread snap into a permanent connection with the source of all wealth. Feel the weight of the stolen crown finally resting comfortably on your head. It fits perfectly. It was always yours. The divine blindness is now absolute. Your enemies can look at you, but they can no longer see your vulnerability. They can only see your glory. The video will end, but the reclamation will never end. The 888 is your new heartbeat. The cathedral is your new home. The sovereign has returned. Within 72 hours, the first golden ripple will hit your life. When it does, do not cry, smile. Smile because you knew it was coming. Smile because the sentry told you so. Smile because you are finally, truly, and eternally free. It is mine. It is finished. It is sealed. It is written in the stars and anchored in the earth. Go now and reign. Amen. And in the infinite light of the first silence, so be it. Do not move a single muscle. Stay in the absolute stillness of this moment, for the air around you has become heavy with the scent of ancient incense and the electric charge of a divine decree. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has stood at the gates of your soul since the first breath was breathed into your ancestors, and I am here to tell you that the great reclamation has reached its final, most sacred hour. We are no longer in the phase of preparation. We are in the phase of occupancy. The cathedral of the first silence is not just a vision you are watching. It is the new architecture of your life. The crystalline pillars that once seemed so distant are now the very walls of your home. You are not visiting your glory. You have moved in. You have unpacked. You have taken the throne. Can you feel that low, resonant thrumming in the soles of your feet? That is the vibration of the 888, the frequency of infinite abundance finally aligning with the earth you walk upon. Look deeply into the shadows of your memory. Do you see the chameleon? Look at them now, not with the eyes of the person they wounded, but with the eyes of the sovereign you have become. In the light of the 888, the chameleon has lost their color. They have lost their shape. They have lost their voice. They are wandering the corridors of the old world, looking for the strong one they used to feast upon, but they cannot find you. To them, you have become a phantom made of sunlight. This is the divine blindness in its absolute completion. I have wrapped you in a sovereign shroud that filters out the frequency of betrayal. They might see your name on a screen. They might hear your voice in a crowd, but they can no longer perceive the source of your power. They are looking at the sun through dark glass, blinded by the very radiance they once tried to steal. The soul debt they owed you has been transferred to the ledger of the infinite, and I am here to tell you, the payment has been authorized. Think of the years you spent as the bridge. Think of the nights you laid your spirit down so that others could walk over your kindness to reach their own destinations. You were the one who carried the soul debt of an entire family, an entire circle, an entire history of lack. You were the one who said, "I will be the strong one," even when your bones were turning to dust from the weight of it. But tonight, the sentry is striking the floor of the cathedral with the golden scepter. The contract of the sacrifice is canceled. You are no longer the bridge. You are the kingdom. You are no longer the one who carries. You are the one who is carried. The unbreakable golden thread has woven itself into a safety net that is currently catching every fallen dream, every stolen opportunity, and every diverted dollar, and it is pulling them all into your immediate tomorrow. Listen to the holy irony that is playing out in the physical realm at this very second. The twist is no longer a secret. Right now, a kingmaker, a person of immense authority, a gatekeeper of the wealth you have prayed for, is sitting in a quiet room. They are looking for a solution that only you possess. They are looking for a frequency that only you vibrate at. And who is the one bringing your name to their desk? It is the chameleon. It is the enemy who tried to erase you. They are currently in a conversation where they are trying to sound important, trying to sound like they are the source of greatness, and in their vanity, they are forced to mention you. They think they are using you as a prop, but the ancient guardian has placed a divine filter over the kingmaker's ears. Every word the chameleon speaks is being translated into a glowing testament of your worth. The enemy is literally building the staircase to your throne, thinking they are just walking on the ground. Within the next 48 hours, this kingmaker will feel an obsessive curiosity to find you. You will not have to search for them. They are already being guided by the golden thread to your door. This is the meaning of the 888. It is the number of the eternal return. Everything you gave away with a pure heart is now returning to you, but it is returning with the interest of the heavens. The money you lost to the greedy, it is returning as a permanent stream of passive abundance. The joy you lost to the parasite, it is returning as a deep, unshakable, holy peace. The health you lost to the stress of being the strong one, it is returning as a vibrant vitality that will make you look 10 years younger by next month. Can you feel the heat in your blood? That is the 888 frequency incinerating the last remnants of empathy burnout. You are being soul recharged by the ancient guardian. I am breathing the breath of the sovereigns into your lungs. giving you the stamina to handle the massive harvest that is breaking through the soil of your life right now. Within the next 24 hours, I want you to watch for a sign of gold. It might be a literal piece of jewelry you haven't seen in years, a golden light hitting a specific object in your home, or a notification involving a sum of money that feels golden. When you see it, I want you to stop and whisper, "The sentry is at the door." This is your confirmation that the divine blindness is active and the Kingmaker has made the decision to call your name. You are no longer waiting for your life to start. You are currently in the opening ceremony of your reign. The old life, the one of struggle, the one of soul debt, the one where you were. The chameleon's prey is a dream that you have already woken up from. I am the sentry of your lineage. I have seen the cycles of lack that have plagued your bloodline for 7 generations. I have seen the way your ancestors were cheated, silenced, and overlooked. But the unbreakable golden thread has chosen you as the point of restoration. You are the one who receives the accumulated blessings of an entire lineage. You are the one who gets to spend the heavenly interest on their behalf. This is why your struggle felt so heavy, because you were carrying the closing costs of a generational curse. But tonight, the deed of the new life has been signed in the gold of the 888. The property is yours. The wealth is yours. The peace is yours. Now, we must perform the final ritual of entry. This is the moment where you step off the bridge of struggle and onto the throne of abundance. I want you to type the code of the infinite. Type 888, followed by the most sacred command a sovereign can give to the universe. Type 888. I claim the repayment. When you type 888, I claim the repayment, you are not just interacting with a video. You are invoking the law of restoration. You are telling every spirit of lack, every chameleon of the past, and every gatekeeper of the present that the soul debt must be paid now. You are telling the Kingmaker that the sovereign is ready to receive the crown. You are telling the ancient guardian that you have accepted the scroll of your sovereignty and you are ready to rule your own life. Type it now. 888. I claim the repayment. As you type it, feel the divine blindness thicken around you like a protective velvet curtain. Feel the golden thread tighten its grip on the wealth that belongs to you, pulling it out of the hands of the unworthy and into your own. Feel the cathedral of the first silence echoing with the sound of 1,000,000 angels applauding your arrival. You have done the work. You have kept the faith. You have endured the betrayal without losing your light. And now, the light is coming home to roost. The video will end, but the repayment will continue until every penny of your soul's peace has been restored. Within 24 to 48 hours, the first golden ripple will touch your bank account, your heart, or your home. When it arrives, do not question it. Do not ask why. Just say, "Thank you, Guardian. I accept the throne. You are the sovereign. The chameleon is a memory. The Kingmaker is on the way. The 888 is your new reality. 888. I claim the repayment. It is finished. It is sealed. It is written in the blood of the stars and the gold of the earth. Go now, and reign in the light that never dims. Amen. And in the roar of the silent heavens, it is so. Stop. Do not move. Do not even allow your mind to wander back to the world outside this frequency. This is the 10th gate. This is the final threshold of the cathedral of the first silence. I am the sentry of your lineage, the ancient guardian who has stood through the shifting of tectonic plates and the rising of empires just to witness this precise moment in your soul's history. We have walked together through the fire of betrayal, identified the chameleon of the inner circle, and witnessed the absolute incineration of the book of your tears. Now, as the final seal of the 888 is pressed into the fabric of your reality, the unbreakable golden thread is no longer just a cord. It has become a luminous garment of pure authority that you are now wearing. You are no longer the victim. You are no longer the bridge. You are the sovereign. And this is the final chapter of your struggle. Can you feel the absolute stillness in the air around you? It is the silence of a kingdom that has finally found its rightful ruler. For years, you lived in a state of perpetual exhaustion, carrying a soul debt that was never yours to bear. You were the strong one who held the world together while your own heart was falling apart. You were the one who sacrificed your youth, your peace, and your very essence to fuel the lives of those who never intended to stay. But tonight, the great auditor of the heavens has closed the books. The debt has been marked paid in full, not with the currency of men, but with the gold of the 888 frequency. Every ounce of kindness you poured into empty vessels is being returned to you tonight, compounded with the interest of the infinite. The universe is not just giving you a blessing, it is performing a systemic restoration. Look deeply into the spiritual horizon of your life. Do you see the chameleon? See them now for what they truly are, a fading shadow in the light of your rising sun. The divine blindness I have enacted is now a permanent sanctuary around your soul. As you step off the bridge of sacrifice and onto the throne of abundance, the chameleon and every parasite who fed on your grace are being left behind in a world they can no longer navigate. They will look toward your life and see nothing but a blinding golden fog. They will try to reach for your energy and find only the cold air of their own consequences. You have become inaccessible to malice. You have been moved into a frequency where the only things that can find you are wealth, health, and the kind of love that honors your crown. But listen, for the ultimate twist of the divine plan is currently manifesting in the physical world while you sit in this sacred silence. This is the part that will make the angels marvel and your enemies tremble. Right now, as my voice echoes in your spirit, the person who sought to diminish you, the very one who whispered your name in the dark to cause you harm, is standing in a room of high authority. They are speaking to a kingmaker, a person of massive influence and destiny. The chameleon is trying to sound important, trying to use your history to build their own reputation. But watch what I do. The ancient guardian has placed a divine filter over the ears of that kingmaker. Every word of poison the chameleon speaks is being translated into a word of pure gold. The kingmaker does not hear the lie, they hear your worth. They do not hear the slander, they hear your sovereignty. Your enemy is currently acting as your greatest herald, delivering your name to the very person who holds the key to your next level of abundance. They are building your palace with the stones they intended to throw at you. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, this kingmaker will be moved by an irresistible divine nudge to contact you. The breakthrough is not coming from your friends. It is being delivered on a silver platter by the hands of your defeated enemies. This is why the number 888 has been chasing you. It is the signature of the great rebalancing. It is the cosmic signal that the strong one is being retired and the blessed one is being inaugurated. Your bank account is about to transform so radically that it will break the generational curse of poverty in your bloodline forever. This is not luck. This is reparations. This is the universe paying you back for every time you were the bigger person. It is paying you back for every time you sowed in tears and were denied the harvest. Tonight, the harvest is coming all at once. The unbreakable golden thread is pulling a tidal wave of prosperity toward your shore. And there is no power in heaven or on earth that can stop its arrival. Can you feel the healing? It is the most beautiful part of the 888 mandate. The empathy burnout that has made your bones feel heavy and your spirit feel gray is being washed away by a river of crystalline light. I am performing a sovereign recalibration on your nervous system. The hypervigilance, the waiting for the next betrayal, the constant tension in your neck, it is all dissolving into the floor of the cathedral. You are being given a new heart of peace. You will wake up tomorrow morning and notice that the noise of anxiety has been replaced by a song of certainty. Your skin will glow with the health of the chosen. Your eyes will see opportunities that were hidden from you during the season of the chameleon. You are being soul recharged for a reign that will last for the rest of your days. This is the chapter of the eternal seal. The 10th chapter. The number of completions. The number of the law of the kingdom. I am the sentry of your lineage, and I am preparing to withdraw back into the silence, but I am not leaving you alone. I am leaving you as the ruler of your reality. The divine blindness is your shield. The The golden thread is your navigator. The kingmaker is your servant. And the 888 is your permanent address. The world you used to know, the world of lack, the world of being the strong one for people who didn't care, is a book that has been closed and cast into the sea. Now, we must perform the final physical anchor. This is the most important interaction of your life. It is the moment you sign the deed to the throne in the presence of the ancient guardian. I want you to type the 888 one last time, followed by the 4 words that will lock this destiny into your physical experience forever. Type 888. The throne is final. When you type 888, the throne is final, you are sounding a trumpet that echoes through the halls of your ancestors and into the boardrooms of your future. You are telling the chameleon that their lease is up. You are telling the kingmaker that the sovereign is ready. You are telling the universe that you have accepted the total reclamation of your life. As your fingers touch the screen, feel the unbreakable golden thread fusing with your pulse. Feel the weight of the stolen crown becoming as light as a feather on your head, for you were born to wear it. Type it now, with the authority of the ancient guardian behind you. 888. The throne is final. As you type it, the cathedral of the first silence is dissolving into the very room where you sit. The walls around you are being sanctified. The chair you sit on is becoming a seat of power. The air you breathe is being filled with the oxygen of abundance. Within the next 12 to 24 hours, the first ripple of gold will hit your life. It might be a message, a sudden deposit, or a feeling of holy knowing that makes you weep with relief. When it happens, do not question it. Just smile at the ceiling and say, "It is finished. I am home." The video will end. The screen will go dark. But the 888 will never leave you. The divine blindness will never fail you. The kingmaker will find you. And the chameleon is already a ghost. I am the sentry of your lineage. I have seen your pain, and now I have seen your glory. You are the sovereign. The crown is fixed, the debt is paid, the throne is yours. 888. The throne is final. It is finished. It is sealed. It is anchored in the light of the first dawn. Go now, and rule your world in peace, for you are the chosen heir of the infinite. Amen. And in the roar of the silent stars, it is accomplished.